Welcome to Action Hound Media, the site and channel all about action. Like sport and get some more action into your life. All right, today we are going to talk about superhero fights. Let's be honest, superhero fights often feel dumb because they're built to look epic, but not to make any sense. Here's some reasons why. One is power levels are nonsense. 1 minute, a hero can lift a building, the next they're knocked out by a punch. Strength, speed, and durability change every scene depending on what the plot needs, not any internal logic. Also, one thing common in superhero fights is that it feels like they take turns attacking each other. One gets punched through a wall, then the one that got punched through the wall punches the other guy through another wall. They throw enemies away instead of finishing them. They stop mid-fight to talk about feelings. Real combat is fast and unfair. Superhero fights are polite. They got time to throw out a one-liner here and there. Also, another thing that makes me sick about superhero fights is the collateral damage. Cities are leveled, cars explode, buildings collapse, and then afterwards the city is safe. No one mentions the thousands of injuries, lawsuits, deaths, or economic collapse. They just wrecked the city, and they were out to save them, you know? And when they knock down a building, supposedly nobody dies, but if a building goes down, people are dying. Also, during mid-fight, they forget about their powers. They forget they can fly, forget they have super speed, get mind control, healing. Suddenly, everybody chooses to punch each other like it's a WE match. Punching is easier to film and animate, and the stakes are fake, simply fake. You know the hero won't die, and if they do, they'll be resurrected in 6 to 18 months. Death is a mild inconvenience with dramatic music. Also, the choreography trumps the logic. Fights are designed around cool poses, slow motion jumps and landings, dramatic pauses. If fights were logical and real, many would last 3 seconds, and that would be deeply unsatisfying to watch. These fights are metaphors. They're not fights. Most superhero fights aren't about winning. They're about trauma, ideology, who I am as a person, which is fine, but it means the fight itself often makes zero tactical sense. For instance, Superman, if he fights another supervillain with the same powers as him, all they're doing is punching each other back and forth through walls, through the ground, up in the air. If you were going to fight a super being with the same amount of skill and power as you should be resorting to different tactics, like learning martial arts, like jujitsu. Like, if I was Superman, I would learn jujitsu, so when I fought somebody super strong, I could put him in a lock and put him out. That's what they should be incorporating in these superhero fights. Realistic martial arts, like jujitsu, that can take out these super beings who are at this high level of strength and speed that they can't beat each other through by punching each other because they're invincible. They should be using other tactics like chokes and arm bars and things like that to really put the other guy out. In short, superhero fights are dumb because they're not simulations of combat. They're visual arguments with explosions. Action Hound, tonight.